Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins, complete. Smith has it. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A punt return of 65 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And now out comes Minnesota. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
and touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Able to extend that advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Throwing to start the drive. Jeffers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed it, resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. From the 41, Cousins. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Off play action. Jeffers steps away to his left. And now touchdown, Raiders. On this drive, we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rip. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Taking it about the 36. Look at the dance and the juke. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. On first down, Jeffers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jeffers flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfrow with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. Still going. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just... And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
It's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They start the drive with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded at the goal line, and he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it. And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, Jeffers buying time to his left. He won't go down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. The Raiders defense getting ready. Recovered the fumble up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And they're playing free. They're playing loose.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You know, sometimes it can be a bad thing if you're too free, too loose, and you give up your responsibilities. But not this unit. They are ready to go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
It's taken to the 26. Now they can't bring him down. Still going. They can't stop him. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return. Looking to throw. Jeffers. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He keeps carrying the ball into the end. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Hunter Renfrow. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this. No, okay.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Very short kick. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. On the ground, it's Cook. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
The quick throw taken in by Diggs. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. Into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. Fights him off. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now out comes Minnesota. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Vikings on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This is taken at the 23. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Brushing off defenders. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he's loose again. Into the end zone. Oakland Raiders touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty...
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And make him 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down, an almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That's taken on the 25. And there he goes again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get...
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because...
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And he's loose again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And now running right through it. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Short kick. One of the up middle, take it down.
Let's go.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Packers! All right, class, it's time for Newton's Laws of Motion. The true ball hawk, Ravens legend and Hall of Famer, Ed Reed.
Come on now, let's go.
It's Chandler, Sackman Jones. All right, Dot City, record breakers. Superstar KO ain't your normal game of football. One drive from the 25. Coach Patrick Mahomes. You got Evans? Run those curl routes. It's Green Bay's first round pick in 2018, cornerback Jair Alexander. It's Ryan DeCanton in 2006, Hall of Famer Reggie White. Let's go, the fundamentals versus the magicians. All right, y'all, here's a trade motif. Everyone's got strengths and weaknesses. Let's see what you got. You're 25, one chance to score, and you gotta go for two.
Here's your first play. 75 yards to the line. Let's go. 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Oh, gonna have to eat that one. Defense there to greet him. Well, now, that last play didn't go your way. Try not making this harder on yourself than you have to. Open man left side is Evans. Tackle made by Mel Blount. The fundamentals bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and long. He'll dump it underneath to the running back. Complete. And they stop it. Close to that midfield strike. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Right side complete to Evans. It's a stairway to Evans. And that big play ended by Mel Blount. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Rolling to its right. And he's out of bounds right around the 15-yard line. Okay, that's a gain of 7. Keep moving that ball. Looks to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter is complete. They'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Now he'll move out the pocket. Right side. That's complete to Dalvin. Dropping him for a loss is Mel Blount. They took 3 yards from you on that 1st down. That football's moving in the wrong direction, offense. Looks to throw out the shotgun. And that's going to be Mel Blount in on a stop. The fundamentals bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Drops back to throw here on 3rd. They'll end up with a loss on the play. Back around the 19. So it's 4th and shoot, a lot. 4th and forever. Magicians needing a little magic. Looking to throw. Throwing into a party. Defense caught the bouquet for the interception. Uh-oh, it's... Give it up for your defense. Now make them proud. Score here and win. 1st and 10. Back to pass. And his first connection with his wide receiver, T.Y. Hilton. Okay, a yard short of the marker. That shouldn't be a problem for a superstar KO player of your caliber. Right? Alakazam, it's a turf slam. The Magicians with the sack. Drops back to throw here on 3rd. And he's got his target. It's Hilton. Fourth down. No time to clown. Get out the... Looking to throw on fourth. He's going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Hoping to make a little magic on this drive. It's the Magicians. Abracadabra. Back to pass on first and 10. Right side. That's complete to Hilton. Scoreless so far. Can't look back. Time for drive 2. First and 10. He'll throw it. Oh, and he couldn't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Looking at second down now. Still 10 to go. It'd be nice to pick up that new set of downs right now. Back to pass. His throw, incomplete. Set to go. Maybe call a run. Throwing the ball is not working. Drops back here to throw on third. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit, ball out, incomplete. Fundamentals, it's fourth down. Fundamentals dropping back to throw on fourth. And that is gonna be it's tug of war, but with a twist. After both teams run a play, the field gets smaller. Be the first to score, and it's over. Remember, if you start a play in your own end zone, you need to get that ball out of there, or the other team gets a safety. Lawrence Taylor gets him. Taken down for a sack. Back to pass. Magicians knocked that one out of the sky.
Let's go! Let's do it!
Looks to throw out of the shotgun. Fundamentals say not this time. Incomplete.
Let's go!
Drops back to throw it. He'll find his man on the comeback. Complete. He's tackled right on the edge of the red zone.
Let's go!
It couldn't be decided earlier. Let's see who really wants it. Let's go get it. It's tug of war. Back to pass. Steps up. And he'll keep it. And not too much doing there. Man, they gave you all those free yards last play. Now let's get it done. Go for that KO. You're not starting this thing off right. Gotta call plays faster.
Let's go!
Looks to throw. There goes the quarterback. That's a sack for the Magicians.
Reset!
throw. And it pops free. That collision just jarred the ball loose. They'll throw here. And incomplete. That hit made the ball roam free. This is your last chance to push downfield. They'll throw here. Going up top. Touchdown. Man, look at these magicians. Pulling touchdowns out the air. Pure magic, baby. Magicians pulling the wind out of their helmets. It's Mel Blount, the 4-time Super Bowl champ. Let's go, snappers, magicians. Climbing this superstar KO ladder, man, it ain't easy. But you're off the ground and on to the second round. With your boy Trey Moe telling you to buckle down. Scoring this drive, and the pressure's on them. First and 10, he'll throw it. He'll find Cook open right side complete. That'll be a gain of 5 yards on that last play. Gotta be gunning for the first here. Back to pass on second down. He's gonna air it out. Threw it like it was hot. And now it's picked up. Their pass is... 0-0 is a great start, but a better ending is 6-0. Go make it happen. First and 10. He'll throw it. That is gonna be pulled in. One-handed. Whack. Offense picked up 4 yards on that last play. You gotta get a few more if you want that first down. He'll throw again. That pass will be picked off by Jair Alexander. Poof, he's gone. It's a pick six and a touchdown for the Magicians. Magicians got a pair of wins and on to the next round. With the kettle on the stove, something's always cooking. All right, the Snappers against the Magicians. Got two in the pocket. Consistency's the key. Now let's show the crowd what you got for round 3. Your ball. One drive. Superstar. You are live. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Looks to throw it. And his first pass here is going to be incomplete. Now they run to the left side. Right side. That's complete to Evans. Let's see if they go with the dink and dunk plays on 2nd down. 2nd down and he'll throw it. Firing quickly, and that's complete. Nice little pickup on that run. 2 plays down. It's time to go. You may need a Trey Mo tip. Wake up your superstars and get them busy. Because Trey Mo said so. Can he do it himself? He's off to the races. Magician's up first. Y'all know what to do. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Drops back to throw it. Aiming for Evans. And we're going the other way. That pass is no. But if you score a touchdown on this drive, game. They'll run for the first time for Saquon. Puts the pedal down. And he's going to fight his way forward for a solid game. All right, you got 5 on it. You concentrating on picking up that first down. Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side. It's complete. And there you go. A midfield. That first drive play calling was out of whack. 2nd drive coming up. Mahomes looks to pass on 1st down. Quick throw. Nice catch. And Alexander on the stop. 2nd down, Mahomes. It's a short one, complete to the tight end. And a short gain this time. Mel Blount there to stop him. They'll try to pick it up with Saquon. And poof! The first drive disappears. Magicians reappear on offense. It's Mahomes. Throwing to double coverage. And it's picked off. And that pass is...
Trey Mo.
Oh, wait, what? We're still playing? Okay, tug of war time. They'll throw from the 50. And he slings that one incomplete. Go with the run. Tackle made by Mel Blount.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll throw here. Sacked by the two-time defensive player, Aaron Donald. It's an honor. Give it up for Aaron Donald again. Let's go, superstar KO fans. From the gun, Mahomes. Can he do it? Snap your fingers and bam! Snap a touchdown. That almost looked as good as me. Magicians can't conjure a third win, but they still got tricks.